So good evening, yogis. I'm Nicole, and I'm going to take you through 1 hour of flow, where we're going to do very different poses throughout the different sequences I planned for you. So you're going to start lying down. How comfortable is that, right? Lie down on your back, create an A shape with your legs, and then let the knees fall out to each side. So automatically the palms of the feet meet each other in this reclined bound angle pose. You can place your left hand on your chest, close to your heart, and your right hand on your stomach. And then close your eyes. Now here, I'd like you to start focusing on your breathing, creating deep inhale and complete exhale. And see if you can make the inhale and the exhale equally long. Bringing as much air and oxygen into the lungs. Almost feels like it's going all the way to the stomach. Before then releasing it, exhaling through your nose. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. While focusing on your breathing, I, as always, like you to set an intention for this 60 minutes. Some kind of thought that arises, maybe something you want to remind yourself of or challenge yourself on. Maybe just a gentle, loving thought. When holding on to this intention, I just today, when preparing for this session, recall what yoga actually means. And if you guys don't know or forgot, I'm just gonna repeat that. So yoga means unity or oneness. And in the ancient yoga text, it's described as the union of the individual consciousness with the universal consciousness. So if you have tried any of my classes before, you would know that I also like you to dedicate your intention to somebody you hold dear. Tonight, I'd like you to dedicate your intention to the universe, to the universal consciousness, the unity, the oneness of yoga. Now coming back to your breathing, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Blink open your eyes if you haven't already. And then with the touch of your hands on the outside of your thighs, bring your knees together. Straighten the left leg and bring the right knee up to a 90-degree angle. Then interlace your hands behind your right thigh. So you can sort of make a compression between the right thigh and the hands. And now bring your right heel all the way to the sky, and you immediately feel the compression even stronger in your hands and maybe on your shoulders as well. Coming back to your breathing. Maybe this is enough. And just make sure that your left foot is also flexed, toes towards the sky, the right heel seeking towards the sky. Really, really nice stretch of the hamstrings, the thighs, the calves, pretty much the entire leg, really. And if you want to make an even stronger toes to head pose, you can bring your hands up to the back of your calves and pull, but make sure that your entire spine is in the mat. So maybe you will lift up to grab hold, but bring your spine back into the mat. Maybe this is the pose you want to lie in. Stretching the right leg. And just come back to those left toes. Are they pointing towards the sky? And as with many other poses, on the inhales, sort of hold. And on the exhale, just push a little further. Maybe you can straighten the legs just an inch more. Right heel to the sky. Take a final inhale and exhale, release, let go of your right leg. And feel the compression you made in your hip as well, your right hip. Like groin being, compressed. Feeling alive, maybe wriggle from side to side. Let's do that on the other side. So left knee, 90 degrees angle, interlace your hands behind the left thigh. Point the right toes towards the sky and then push the left heel towards the sky. Pulling and pressing equally. So pulling with your hands and pressing the heel towards the sky. Automatically you want to bring the left leg away from your upper body. And again, maybe you want to move your hands to the back of your calves. Do so. But just make sure you don't bring your hands to your knee joint. We don't want to put too much pressure on that extremely important joint, but also very sensitive. Inhaling, hold, exhaling, stretching your entire left leg, thigh, hamstrings, calves, a little further. Final inhale, hold, and exhale, release the hands, let go of the left leg. Maybe just wriggle the legs for a little bit. With your elbows pushing towards the mat, just come up slowly up to seated. We're gonna go into Dandasana or seated stick pose. So tuck your buttocks firmly into the mat. So your sit bones are grabbing hold of the mat. Extend your legs. Point your toes towards the sky. Heels up, trying to seek away from your upper body. Now inhale your arms towards the sky. Straight, strong, back. So if you see me from the side, I am like this stick man. Gonna do a few forward folds here, starting to roll from the beginning and then holding in the end. So inhale, lift your upper body, your chest up, your chest forward, and exhale, halfway down. Inhale, extend, and exhale, go all the way down. Maybe you can grab hold of the outside of your feet, the big toes with your peace fingers, or maybe on your ankles, wherever it's comfortable for you. Now inhale all the way up and exhale, forward fold. Make sure you try to push your chest forward, open up, still being open, so you can forward fold in the hip and not round too much in the back, folding actually in the stomach. Inhale up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Look, 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 and then let the neck, the head be the last thing to fall down. Inhale all the way up, extend towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold and stay down. Hold here. And every inhale, push your chest forward, and it's fine to just look straight ahead, open up, and then exhale with the pull of your hands on your ankles or your feet, your toes. Push yourself, your chest forward and down. Inhale, open up, and exhale, a little further and down. Final deep inhale and complete exhale. And the next inhalation, roll all the way up to Dandasana. Now bring your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. And just turn around so you can see me a little better. So the right foot pushing against the inside of the left thigh. We're going to come into a seated side stretch. So inhale your arms towards the sky. Exhale your left arm on the inside of your left leg. Maybe grabbing hold underneath the ankle, the calf, or maybe just swaying up here, pressing your hand towards the mat. It's quite alright. Inhaling your right arm to the sky and exhaling it towards the left toes that are pointing towards the sky. Maybe eventually I will reach the left toes. But at the same time, I'm really trying to open up the chest, looking towards the sky or underneath my right armpit. Stretching the entire right upper body. Inhaling, hold. Exhaling, stretching just a little bit more. Final inhale and exhale in this reclined, seated side angle. No side stretch. And inhale your arms or your right arm towards the mat. Bring your right hand like 15-20 centimeters behind your right buttocks, and it's sort of in the same line as the left leg. Now we're going to go into baby rockstar or baby wild thing, whatever you prefer to call it. On the next inhale, I'm going to lift my hips towards the sky with the help of my left arm, swinging all the way in the same direction as the left leg is pointing. Inhaling, hips towards the sky. The left foot will automatically join the mat or the floor beside you. Stretching, looking towards the sky, opening up the chest towards the sky, creating a really nice back bend. And if you want to let go of your head, so let it fall back, feel free to do so. So where your eyes go, your body will follow. So wherever or how far your eyes will go, your body will try to go there as well. On the next inhale, come back into seated. Let's do a little flow between this. So on this inhale, into side stretch. And exhale here. Just get ourselves comfortable. Right, looking towards the sky or under the armpit. And then inhaling your right arm towards the back, left arm towards the sky and behind your head. Exhaling your hips towards the sky. Exhale, come down into the side stretch. And inhale up to baby, rock star, baby wild thing. Inhale, baby wild thing. Final exhales and side stretch. And final inhale, baby wild thing. And exhale, come down. Bring your legs out in front of you. And let's do that on the other side. So left foot on the inside of the thigh, right thigh. Right toes are pointing towards the sky. Bring your right arm on the inside of the right leg. Maybe the forearm will join the mat. Maybe it will sway in the air. Doesn't really matter. Inhale your left arm towards the sky. Look towards your hand. Then exhale, side stretch. Just seeking towards the sky. Looking towards the sky. Really nice. Stretch the left side, left upper body. Right toes keep pointing towards the sky. The right leg extended. Calf and thigh towards the mat. Inhale the left arm up and behind you. Again, placing it same line as the right leg. And 15, 10, 20 centimeters away. This is where I'm placing it. Yeah, 15, 20 centimeters behind me. Inhaling the right arm up towards the sky and bringing it behind my head. Automatically pushing the hips forward and upwards. Right foot seek towards the mat, the floor, next to the mat. And then opening up the chest, letting my eyes seek towards my fingers. Or even further. Baby rock star, baby wild thing. Stretching the entire right side of the body. Exhale and come down. Let's just do a flow between the reclined head to knee pose. So this one. And the baby rock star. Just gonna do something with my hair. So inhale your arm down towards the sky. Left hand seeking the right toes, looking towards the sky, chest is open. And inhale, left hand behind you, right hand follow. The same movement, hips towards the sky. And exhale, come down. Side stretch. Inhale, baby rock star, baby wild thing. Exhale, side stretch. Opening up the chest, so make sure you don't collapse here, opening up. And inhale, baby wild thing. Final exhale, come down, side stretch. And final inhale, baby rock star. And exhale down, bring your legs together. And then just bring them in and give yourself a really nice hug. Coming to the tip of your toes. Bring your head towards your knees. And coming into this nice little cosmic egg. Just rounding our spine. Unravel. Bring your weight to your feet. So you're, in this little squat. And then we're gonna come to standing, but let's bring the hips towards the sky to begin with. Automatically bringing yourself into a forward fold. And then slowly, vertebra for vertebra, come to standing. Into Tadasana. I'm gonna start Tadasana with the feet in hip width apart. Bring your knee or lift your knees towards your upper body. Straighten your spine, become the tallest person in the room. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades together or seeking towards each other. Hands open towards me and fingers pointing out. So also creating some stretch and some strength in the arms. We're going to do sun salutation B today to sort of now we've been stretching and then warm up the body for the next sequence of poses. So inhale your arms forward, automatically pushing your hips backwards and coming into the seated chair pose. Just to give you an indication from the side, don't push your hips too far apart, but really see if you can tuck your tailbone underneath you. At the same time, make sure that the knees doesn't come over the tip of the toe, so you're leaning too much into the knees. Bring your hips backwards, but tailbone underneath you. It's a nice way to both strengthen the thighs and the ankles. And look up between your hands. Shoulders are away from the ears. Hands towards the sky. Final inhale and exhale, hands into the midline or into your heart space and forward fold. Maybe just walk here just a little bit, flushing the body and the skin. Inhale, half lift, straight back, looking 2 meters ahead of you. And maybe your hands are still in the mat, maybe they're on the fingertips, or maybe hands on your shins. And exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, place your hands really firmly in the mat, middle finger pointing straight ahead. Step or walk, step or jump back into this high plank. Shoulders in line with the wrist, heels seeking away from the upper body. So you're really straight, strong line, strengthening your core, this high plank. Now you can bring your knees to the mat to come into chaturanga, or you can go for the full chaturanga dandasana. Push yourself forward, so you're on the tip of your toes, and then exhale, bend halfway down, elbows really close to you. Inhale, push your chest forward and upwards. At the same time, flip your feet, coming up to upward facing dog. Shoulders in line with the wrist, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, flip your feet again and come in to the first downward facing dog of today. Walking the dog step by step, bending one knee at a time. Equal weight distribution between the feet and the hands and hips, seeking towards the sky. So the buttocks, definitely the highest point of this pose. Chest seeking towards the thighs. You can look between your knees, your thighs, or even towards your navel. Again, where your eyes focus, your body will follow. Inhale the right leg towards the sky, look up between your hands and step the right foot up between your hands. Inhale up to a high lunge, 90-degree angle with your right knee. Make sure the knee aren't folding inwards so that you can see your big toe, and straighten the left leg. Heel seeking upwards and backwards. Opening up the chest, looking upwards. Inhale, exhale, hands on each side. Bring the right foot next to the left, automatically coming into a high plank again. And do your vinyasa flow, chaturanga, upward facing dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhaling your left leg towards the sky and bringing it in between your hands. Inhaling your upper body into high lunge. And just focus on the alignment of the legs, 90-degree angle in the left knee, right leg is straight, and heel seeking away from you and upwards. Inhale, exhale, come back into plank. Inhale and exhale down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shoulders in line with the wrists. And flip the feet again. Downward facing dog. Just spend a few seconds here in this resting pose to calm the nervous system, calm the heart rate. But again, still focus on the alignment. Heels are seeking towards the mat, but at the same time, you want to push the hands really firmly into the mat, so also the chest is seeking towards the thighs. And if you have a tendency to let your shoulders come too much to the ears or hang too much in them, just make an external rotation. So bring the elbows to the sides and then inwards, so the inside of the elbows are pointing a little more forward than it was before. Inhale, look between your hands, neither walk or jump your feet up between your hands. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the top of, and now let's just focus on the feet. Hip distance apart, we're gonna come into chair pose again. Toes sticking firmly towards the mat, and sweep your fingertips on each side of the feet. Inhaling, lift up to chair pose, and exhaling, come all the way to standing, to Tadasana. You can come into this normal Tadasana, so toes are touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders away from the ears down, hands are open towards me. Just close your eyes for a second. Also settling the heart rate, trying to make the inhale and the exhale equally long by inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Gonna come into a few standing poses. The first being a balancing pose to improve balance, focus, and willpower. Who doesn't want willpower? Blink open your eyes. And we're gonna come to dancer's pose. Let's start focusing on your left leg. We want to create the strong standing leg, the land hold of this pose. So see if you can feel that your knee is lifting towards your upper body. The 4 point of the feet, so 2 point on the heels, and then the inside, or the point just below the big toe, and the point below the pinky toe, are the 4 pillars of that left foot. Bring your right hand out so your palm is facing the sky. It's in front of you. Your arm is really close to your upper body as we do with chaturanga. Now bring your palm to the outside, but still feel like that you're holding on to something in your palms and you don't want to drop this. Bring your hand a little down. Now bend your right knee so your right heel is seeking towards the right buttock. And now, without dropping whatever is very valuable, whatever in your right palm and right hand, see if you can grab hold on the inside of your right foot. So I'm sneaking my right hand underneath, and then grabbing hold from the inside. So my fingers are on the outside of the right ankle. Maybe I'm going to show you from here. Now you can start to push your right foot into your right hand, automatically bringing your right shoulder backwards and right leg out. Inhale your left arm so it's really close to your ears. Look 3 meters ahead and find a point on the floor that you can focus on. Inhale, lift your left arm, left hand towards the sky, and then exhale, pushing that right foot into the right hand and bringing your chest forward. And it's pushing with the right side, and feel that someone is pulling on your left hand. Again, equally bringing yourself down. And see if you can make sure that your hips both seeking towards the mat, towards the floor. And if you fall out, don't worry, just come back into that dancer's pose again. Really nice way to improve balance. Ooh, I'm falling today. Final inhale, exhale, come up, still holding on to that right foot. And now bring your right foot behind you. Gonna come into warrior one. So bring the right foot, so the right heel is in line with the left heel. And the right foot is pointing out between 45 and 60 degrees away from the left foot. So it's not the same as warrior two, where we bring it all the way to 90 degrees, so parallel with the short edge of the mat. It's a little closer gap, and that's because you want to bring both hips to the front of the mat. Coming into that left knee, bending into it. And bring your arms up. Look up between your arms. Feel that you're pushing your right hip forward, left hip backwards, so that we're coming into one line. But at the same time, you don't want to straighten the left leg. It's being bent. Shoulders away from the ears. You can feel yourself how big a stand you want. I think I need a slightly bigger one. You want all 4 points on both feet planted in the mat. Both heels are in the mat. No lifting. Inhale, grab, hold behind, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, open the chest towards the sky. And then exhale into humble warrior, bringing your chest on the inside of the left leg. And maybe your left shoulder will touch the left knee, and this is where you're gonna go. Or maybe you can deepen it, coming on the inside of your left knee. At the same time, make sure those hands are closely together, seeking towards the sky. Humble warrior, this one. Improve the spinal flexibility and stimulates the nervous system, also creating stability and presence. And I just found this quote today about humbleness. It says that humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. I like to think of it that way. Final inhale and exhale, unravel, bring your hands on each side of your left foot, bring your left foot back to downward facing dog, and all the way to three-legged dog. Now come down, downward facing dog, because you have 2 options from here. You can either go for the baby wild thing, as we did before. So you would bring your right knee to the ground and out, and then open up, as we did in the beginning. Or you can go for the full wild thing. Inhaling the left leg towards the sky, three-legged dog, opening up the hips so the left heel falls on the outside of the right leg, and slowly bringing it to the outside of the right side of the mat, opening up into a full wild thing, hips towards the sky, exact same stretch as we do in the baby wild thing, just pushing the stretch a little bit more. This is a really good self-esteem booster. Who doesn't want that? Final inhale, and wherever you are, come back into downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat and child's pose. Maybe you want your hands out in front of you, or maybe Relax the shoulders. Bring your arms alongside the body, the side of the legs. Buttocks are seeking towards the heels. And your forehead is resting into the mat. Just settling the heart rate, calming the nervous system. If your arms are alongside your legs, bring them out in front of your head. And come in to tabletop. Tuck your toes and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look up between your hands, either walk or jump your feet up between your hands. And with your knees slightly bent, roll up vertebra for vertebra to standing. Coming in to Tadasana. One more time. So yoga is also very much about balancing each side of the body. So let's do the left side. Putting focus on the right leg, right land pole. All 4 points of the foot. Right foot is planting firmly in the mat. Right knee pulling towards your upper body. Left hand out, palms facing towards the sky. Left leg kicks back, left heel seeks towards the left buttock. And then without dropping whatever valuable thing you have in your left palm, grab hold. You can see here, I'm seeking inwards. So I'm grabbing hold from the inside on my right ankle. Inhale the right arm towards the sky and exhale, pushing the left and really pushing the left foot into the left hand while pulling the left shoulder forward. Hips in one line, leaning forward, balancing on that right land pole. Maybe eventually you can come in one line, really kicking your leg upwards. But go steady, go slow. This balancing, focusing pose. Final inhale and final exhale, just a final push. Inhale your way up and step the left foot behind you. Coming in to warrior one. Again, heels in one line. Left foot is pointing straight ahead. Right foot is pointing straight ahead. Left foot is pointing slightly out. That 40-degree, 60-degree angle. So you could turn your hips to the side of the mat, but that would put some pressure on the right knee. We don't want that. But that's just to say it's, something about the angle. Pull your hips towards the front of the mat. That's where they're gonna go. Really want to bring them into one line, while at the same time pushing into the right knee. Want to go into almost 90-degree angle eventually, but pushing the left hip forward, right hip back. Inhale the arms towards the skies and look up between your hands. Make sure that the left leg is straight, right leg is bent, hips are pushing in opposite directions, shoulders away from the ears. Final inhale, exhale, interlace your arms, your hands, interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, open your chest, pushing the hands away from you to really open up the chest, letting the shoulder blades sit towards each other. And exhale, forward fold, that humble warrior. Again, maybe your right shoulder will touch your right, or slightly touch, because you don't want to lean on your right knee, just slightly touch. Or maybe it goes on the inside of your right knee. Pulling your hands towards the sky to really open up the chest, pulling the shoulder blades towards each other even more. Final inhale and exhale. Bring your hands on each side of the right foot and bring the right foot back to downward facing dog. Again, you can bring it should be the left this time. Yes, left knee. Just bring your left foot out. Sorry, that arm to your back. I'm gonna turn around. So going into that baby wild thing, baby rock star. Or you can bring your right leg all the way to the sky into a three-legged dog. Letting the right heel drop out behind you on the left, opening up the hips. Start to look under your right armpit. And then eventually let the right foot fall into the floor on your left side. Opening up the chest, the hips towards the sky and looking towards your hand. The entire time pushing your left hand into the mat and the hips towards the sky. Final inhale and exhale wherever you are, all the way to downward facing dog. You're settling in here. This time come to a wide-legged child's pose, so bring the knees to the outside or to the sides, long sides of the mat. Let the big toes touch and push your heels. Push your buttocks towards the heels, chest towards the mat, and let your forehead drop towards the mat. Relaxing your arms and your shoulders. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. You now have the option of staying here in child's pose before we finalize the last few poses, or you can do a final peak pose. And if so, come to seated, and I'll just show you how to go into tripod headstand preparation. And that's where would be the final peak pose. So bring your hands out, shoulder distance apart, or shoulder width apart, and you want to bring your elbows. They should be in line with the wrists. Also, when I bend my forehead and the top of my head down. So I'm gonna look for that soft spot on the top of my head and see if I can place that into a equally long three-sided triangle. Bringing my forehead down, I'd like you to just look while I demonstrate, and then I'll guide you through it afterwards. Inhale and exhale, push your hips towards the sky. Maybe this is more than enough. You can really feel the pressure on your forehead and also push your palms towards the mat. I can see I need to bring my palms a little further back. Or maybe I'll start walking my legs closer and closer. Eventually, maybe one knee will seek one elbow. I'll try the other one. Maybe I could get both knees on each elbow or each tricep. And let the toes touch. Just balancing here. Breathing. Balancing. When you find, come down and come straight into child's pose. Not going too crazy with gravity right away. So if you want to do this tripod headstand, bring your hands out, shoulder distance apart, firmly gripping the mat, and now give yourself a try and put the top of your head, the soft spot of your head, into the mat, so you can still see your hands and feel that your elbows are in line with your wrists. Already now you can probably feel the pressure on the top of your head, and maybe this is enough. Maybe you want to inhale and exhale, push your hips towards the sky, like we do in downward facing dog. And maybe this is more than enough for today. Or maybe you will start walking your legs closer towards your elbows. Maybe one knee will seek the same elbow or same side tricep. Maybe the other side will seek its tricep. Maybe you can bring both knees and their respective elbows at the same time. If you do so, make sure that your big toes are touching. Really good pose to improve balance, improve self-esteem and confidence, and also release your yang toxins, all the things that we store in our brain throughout most of our work, or many of the work descriptions that are made today. Just releasing those toxins, cleansing the brain. When you feel that you can't stay in your tripod headstand preparation anymore, come straight to child's pose. Making sure that we are not challenging gravity too much and letting the blood flush and rush from the head too fast. And speaking of gravity, this pose that some of you just did, very good anti-aging pose as well. Flipping our body upside down. All of you, now take a final deep inhale in child's pose and a complete exhale. Slowly, vertebra for vertebra, rolling up, sitting your buttocks and your heels. Now sliding your buttocks out to the left side and bringing your legs to the right side. You're gonna come into the seated spinal twist. So only bring your left leg around. Bring your left foot on the outside of the right knee, and just Settle in. So you both buttocks are in the mat, and maybe you want to tuck the buttocks so the sit bones are really planted in the mat. Aligning the right foot on the outside of the left knee, and left foot is really close to the right buttock. If this is too much on your left knee and you feel that you cannot bring your right buttock towards the mat, just bring your left leg out, straighten it out in front of you. That's completely fine as well. Inhale your arms to the sky, and exhale the right arm behind you, fingertips pointing away from you, and you can almost feel how you can use that right hand to push up and really align the spine, just become a little taller. Inhale your left arm to the sky, and exhale your left arm on the outside of the right knee, creating that stop sign. I don't know if you can see it, stop sign with your left arm or left hand. Inhale, pushing yourself upward, and exhale, twisting around, looking over the right shoulder, and see how far your eyes will go. On every inhale, extending towards the sky, and on every exhale, twisting around. Very nice pose to realign our spinal column. And also increase that spinal rotation range, so the vertebrae aren't locking. Creating space between the vertebrae. Final inhale and exhale, come back, bring both hands out and bring your legs out. Just left leg over the right, and do the same pose as you did. So maybe the right leg are out, extended, maybe it's tucked around, making sure that both sit bones are planted firmly in the mat. Left leg on the outside of the right knee. I'll just extend my leg as I did before. Inhale, arms to the sky, left arm behind you. On the exhale, pushing yourself upwards. And you can feel yourself how close you want to bring your palm or bring your left hand to your buttock, to your spine. I'm bringing it pretty close, so I feel that I can really extend upwards. Don't make it uncomfortable for your left arm. Inhale your right arm to the sky, and exhaling, bend the elbow and bring on the outside of the left knee. Stop sign with the right hand. Inhale, spine, vertebrae away from each other, spine alignment. Becoming the tallest seated person in the room. And exhale, rotate, twist around, look over that left shoulder. See how far you can bring your eyes behind you. Maybe eventually you can see the right side of the room. Inhaling, bring yourself upwards, and exhaling, rotating just a little bit more. Final inhale and exhale, come back. Bring the feet out to each side. So you're coming into that stick pose, one of the poses that we started in. And then slowly, vertebra for vertebra, see if you can round your back as much as possible. Coming back, and maybe you need to bend your knees ever so slightly so you don't put too much pressure on the lower back, but coming all the way down. Lying down on the mat, coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Legs are straight, relaxed, feet falling out to each side, heavy calves, heavy thighs, heavy hips seeking towards the mat, spine seeking towards the mat. And see how many of your vertebrae you can bring into the mat without forcing them, but just really put some focus on relaxing the spine. So it can eventually be in one line, all of the vertebrae resting and lying flat on the mat. Look through the midline of your body, so we also get the top of the spine closer to the mat, the neck vertebrae. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Open your arms, so create space between your upper body and the arms, palms towards the sky. Shoulders relaxed into the mat. Heavy arms, heavy shoulders. Relax your jaw, your thumb. The small wrinkles around your nose. The smiling wrinkles on the side of your eyes. And the worried wrinkles between your eyebrows and on your forehead. And feel how you can relax the top of your head, your hairline, your ears, the muscles around your ears. Just close your eyes. Let them stay closed. Let the breathing happen automatically. So the stomach rise and fall just as your breathing goes. Savasana. Most important pose of all poses. Getting the benefits from all the other poses we just done and integrating them into the body. Creating some kind of memory in the body. So it will be a little easier to go in to those poses next time you do it. Slowly start wiggling your fingers, your feet, creating or your toes, creating circles with your ankles, your wrists, extending one arm over the head, the other one stretching an entire side, one at a time. Now bring your knees in and lift them into 90-degree angle above your hips. Let them fall out to the right side. Still with your eyes closed. Use your left hand on this right side to push you up to seated. Coming into a comfortable seated position that we will finish off in. Eyes closed, hands in front of your heart space. I'd like you to just recall the intention that you set in the beginning of the class. And reminding you that yoga is about unity, about the union of the individual consciousness with the universal consciousness. And if we bear that in mind with the quote about humbleness, that humility is not about thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less, I think we can finish off this class with a collective namaste. Have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you for joining.